Hello and good evening. We're back home for what seems like an eternity ago inside Vision Veterans Memorial Arena. Brooks Hill on the play-by-play, Alex Jones on the color. We want to thank you for listening in to Fox Sports 1430 on the radio side and also watching along on the Binghamton Black Bears YouTube channel as well. It seems like forever ago that we were playing a home game so very long ago against the Carolina Thunderbirds to wrap up a 3-game series, and now the second game of the double header against the Elmira Mammoth, but game 2 of 3 this weekend for the Black Bears as they will take on the Elmira Mammoth again tomorrow. As I welcome in my partner Alex Jones, we're going to get right into Black Bears Rewind. And Alex, a real team effort last night from the Black Bears in a bounce-back fashion on the road against Elmira.
Yeah, 100% Brooks. An excellent job by the Black Bears coming in, handling business in first arena. Multiple power play goals, a few debut goals, and just an excellent job overall. Everybody getting after it, and an offensive explosion that was a shutout until the final 10 minutes of the game.
Yeah, 3 power play goals for the Black Bears. They were the first 3 goals of the game as well. Don Oliveri, Austin Thompson, and Cam Yarwood get the power play goals. Justin Somero in his debut had a goal and an assist. And Gavin Yates added an even strength goal and then the empty net goal at the end of the contest. Black Bears would win by a final score of 6-2. That was Black Bears Rewind, brought to you by our friends over at the Binghamton Hockey Booster Club. Good to see some friends from the Booster Club tonight. They're out behind Section 4 signing people up and selling 50-50 raffle tickets as well. So next time you're in Binghamton, make sure to stop by over at the Booster Club behind Section 4. It's only $10 to join, and we invite you to do so later on this season. Go ahead and get in now for next season as well. We're going to take a timeout, come back. We're going to continue to truck along here on the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show after these messages on Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton.
You know who the performance groups are? I'm trying to remember. I don't remember off the top of my head.
I think it's a 95-person performance group.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy.
No, that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow. Because Bobby told them they have to be in like at 1:15.
What group is it?
I don't know. It's like a bunch of like 5 to 8-year-olds.
That's Gilbertsville, Mount.
Welcome back into the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show. Due to March Madness going on, we're shortening it up just a little bit. We're going to actually bump our interview that we have with Tyler Jurich. Coach Sherwood was a little under the weather today, a little hoarse in his voice, and I could just tell that kind of really didn't want to stress himself out going for the pregame interview, so I let one of his player assistant coaches, Tyler Jurich, who's also returning back from injury, take his spot. So we're going to talk to Tyler during the first intermission instead. So really good to see Tyler Jurich back in the lineup tonight, and I guess that's where we're going to start, Alex, with the Court Gesture Athletic Club injuries and scratches update. Tyson Kirkby and Tyler Jurich back in the lineup tonight, but Tyler Jurich has not played in a month and a half, and he draws back into the lineup 5 goals away from the all-time FPHL record.
Yeah, Brooks, having a guy like Tyler Jurich, Tyson Kirkby also back from suspension is huge, but Tyler Jurich is just a different class of scorer, as you can tell by him getting so close to the overall goals record. It's just one of the most impressive records in this league, and to have Jurich so close, to have him back for the playoff push is huge for the Binghamton Black Bears. Let's see if he can shake off the rust. I'm going to predict here, Brooks. I was right last night. I think Jurich is going to be a goal scorer here tonight.
Well, we will certainly have to wait and see. Tyler Jurich with the A on his sweater. Black Bears will be wearing the green jerseys tonight. signifying St. Patrick's Day. Today is the Binghamton University Parade Day, so we saw a lot of college students wandering around the town, and hopefully some of those guys have made their way in to the arena here tonight. It's also a Jimmy John's and Alexander Cafe College Student Saturday as well, so crowd filling in here, as it normally is a late arriving crowd here. A Saturday night puck drop scheduled here. Let's get back to the Court Jester Athletic Club injuries and scratches. We talked about who's in the lineup tonight. Let's talk about who is still out. Colin Fitzgerald has skated the last 2 days with the team in morning skates in full gear. That is a good sign of progress. Not going to be available this weekend for Binghamton, but hopefully he'll be able to make the trip to Fraser, Michigan next weekend for the Black Bears to take on Motor City. Everett Thompson, Andrew Logar, Gino D'Angelo, the healthy extras tonight in the lineup. On loan, Jamie Bussell, Jesse Anderson, and Jeremy Forget, all in the SPHL right now. And Justin Coachman also draws back into the lineup. And starting in goal for the second straight night, Taylor Joseph.
And that's an interesting one, Brooks. You know, it makes you think probably Riley's going on Sunday, probably headed to Michigan, also going to be your starter. Taylor Joseph had an excellent performance last night. Coach Sherwood were kind of riding the hot hand here. You know, it's unfortunate with Taylor Joseph. He should have had a shutout last night. He made a couple of decisions I know he would like to have back, where he got a little more aggressive with his goaltending play. And so you got to ride the hot hand. He looked incredibly hot last night. Outside those 2 brain farts he had, it's a really good thing to have him in goal.
Yeah, we'll see what Joseph does. This will be the first time that he starts back-to-back nights with the Black Bears. So we'll highlight him and his opponent, Danik Rodrigue, when we come back on the other side of this timeout. Black Bears getting ready for a home game for the first time since the end of February. Back with you after these messages on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
Black Bears. At forward, number 17, Tyson Kirkby. At forward, number 19, Matt Lewis. At forward, number 22, Tyler Jurich. On defense, number 7, Justin Coachman. On defense, number 24, JT Walters. And starting in goal, number 72, Taylor Joseph. And welcome to the ice, the rest of your Binghamton Black Bears.
Welcome back into the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show. Triple Cities Family Dental makes your smile their priority. You can schedule an appointment today by calling them at 607-545-4148. The Golden County Youth Hockey team, the honorary starters tonight, wearing the red jerseys with the black C, a la Calgary Flames, getting displayed out here tonight. Here as we get ready for the presentation of the national anthem. Starting tonight for the Black Bears, it'll be Tyler Jurich. Why not? Because his first game back in a month and a half. Tyson Kirkby, Mac Lewis on the forward group with him. And on the blue line, it'll be JT Walters and Cam Yarwood. And in front of the pipes, it'll be Taylor Joseph. So those are tonight's starters for the Binghamton Black Bears. We are going to step away for the final time. Thank you for listening in to the Triple City Family Dental pregame show. And we come back, we'll have the BAE Systems opening faceoff on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton. Gilbertsville, Mount Upton Central Schools with the choir rendition of the national anthem tonight. An excellent job. And Alex, looks like we're finally ready for the first home game since February 26. Feels like forever ago. And the Black Bears are also going to try to end a 4-game home losing skid as well tonight.
Yeah, 100%, Brooks. It has been so long, and we got a spill. Youth player just cut down another player from behind, trying to stop a little too quick. Sorry, I get distracted. It feels like it's been so long since we've been here in front of this home crowd. It's looking better and better by the minute. Everybody loves to show up a little bit late, Brooks, coming in. So it's a green out. You look all over the place. It looks like a bunch of shamrocks growing. These fans, though, you can tell are excited for the game and to see their home Black Bears play in for the first time in a little under a month.
Yeah, and a little bit under a month. A road trip that didn't go according to plan for the Black Bears, but they kick off the return to New York with a 6-2 win last night over the Elmira Mammoth. They're going to face off tonight with Danik Rodrigue, part of the Thompson & Johnson Equipment Company goaltending matchup. Now remember, Rodrigue spent a lot of time earlier this season with the Port Huron Prowlers. This will be his second time facing off against Binghamton in this building. And last time he did, he won 6-5.
And Brooks, since joining the Elmira Mammoths, he's 1-1. He's got a .950 save percentage and a .199 goals against.
His opposer on the other side is Taylor Joseph, 3-2-2 on the season, 4-2-2 on the season, .317 goals against average and a save percentage of .919. First shot of the game belongs to the Black Bears as Rodrigue turns it to the side, and Solius comes in, and Elmira trying to be the aggressors early on here in this one, but Gavin Yates will take a pass across the blue line. Check that. That was Tyler Jurich on the way through. Not just used to seeing 22 out there on the ice for a team in green and black. And now Jurich down low, met with pressure from former teammate Tyler Pekarski, and lets it over for Lewis. Lewis tries to skate around the face-off dot. His pass will be knocked away by Solius. Schultz ups the puck all the way back up to the blue line. Powell comes in, face-off dot, and a wrist shot blockered away by Rodrigue. Second chance opportunity from Schultz is easily steered aside back into the corner. Held in, though, by Brett Parker temporarily. It'll find the stick of Ricard, and that'll be shot down the length of the ice. Stays in front of the icing line, though. As we're getting a look at the second defensive pairing tonight, it's Kyle Powell, Jake Schultz. Saw those two play together last night. And now teams volleying back and forth in the neutral zone for possession of the puck. Unfortunately, Elmira gives it right away as they go off for a line change. Schultz will take it behind his own net, wait for some reinforcements to get out. And Gavin Yates starts his engine. 4 points last night. Yates in a lone power move taken down by the goaltender in the crease. Crowd wanted a call, but none provided. Anderson and the Mammoth go the other way. Shot blocked on the way through by a Binghamton forward. Going to be lifted out into the neutral zone. Somero will go off for a line change. And Binghamton still looking for the call that was not made against Gavin Yates. Thought that they were going to get a call powering into the zone. Now it's Chad Lopez. More on Lopez later on tonight. Dekes around his own teammate. And Oliveri short side off the glass, held in though by Austin Thompson. Thompson floats it into the corner. No, check that. It bounces out of play. My depth perception not the best here back at home, but
well, Brooks, it was an incredibly hard angle to see. However, something I picked up right off the bat on that one where the play before Yates rushed the net, the young guy Justin Somero really crashed the net hard, doing things that he almost had a goal opportunity there. An incredibly good job. Yates crosses over and gets caught by the pad. Don't think you're going to get that one called, Brooks.
No, and now Leeson comes down, left wing side. His shot will be blocked on the way through. JT Walters getting in front of that one. Stevens with a shot in front. Joseph to the rebound, and it'll be Tate Leeson getting the first goal of the contest. Outweighted Taylor Joseph out in front, and Elmira's on the board just about 2.5 minutes into this one.
Yeah, Brooks, and an excellent job by Leeson. He stayed behind the play. Defenders lost the forward in the paint, in the red area behind the net. Leeson was able to wait it out and get the goal.
Away teams on the board first here on this one. Elmira was down 5-0 before they got their first goal last night. And it'll be Tate Leeson who wants to cash in this time. Did not get a goal last night for Elmira. Trying to reverse around some of that luck here tonight. So the Black Bears will play from behind. Mac Lewis steering it in down low, has it intercepted by Kyle Stevens. Kyle Stevens gets the only assist as Jurich's shot is blocked back out into the neutral zone. So Leeson from Stevens is the way it'll come at even strength. And Elmira's on the board first, but the Black Bears come right back into the offensive side looking to tie this one up. Kirkby down low for Jurich.
Oh, Brooks.
Check that was Yarwood looking for Jurich. Powell will throw a wrist shot and Rodrigue will just blocker it over, lift it off his stick blade into his own glove. Little self pass for the goaltender there.
Yeah, Brooks, an excellent scoring opportunity, however, for Tyler Jurich right off the bat. If it wasn't for a last second stick tip by an Elmira defender, that puck's in the back of the net.
16:51 here left to go.
Newberg out there with Samaro and Parker after Yates went off very gingerly.
Yeah, and Powell puts a shot on. Rodrigue made the save. Friendly fire from Jake Schultz's shot. Ricochets off of Brett Parker, and that's not a shot you want to block, especially if you're on the same team as Jake Schultz. Elmira's off sides.
And Brett Parker having a very hard time getting to the bench, bro.
Yeah, he's shaken up, and he blocked a shot from Jake Schultz, and I think he also might have gotten caught up on the side of the net as well. So an awkward landing spot for Brett Parker as Elise Wilbur, head athletic trainer for the Black Bears, makes her way out onto the ice. Take a look at the Heinz Energy replay. Powell with the shot that was deflected into the corner from Rodrigue, and then the turnaround opportunity I think just caught Parker in a not so good spot and had that awkward landing. Also, first time here at home for our fans listening in on YouTube, we have a new sponsor we want to let everybody know about. The first period is now brought to you by our friends over at Dragon Billiards Instruction. Learn, shop, and repair all things billiards at their store in Vestal. Check out their website at dragonbilliardsinstruction.com. Now Elmira chips it into the zone. Joseph has it fall into his crease and will just decide to melt it down, and we're paused for another face-off here.
And Yates out there now, Brooks, which is a good thing since he earlier came out very gingerly.
That's good. So two centers out there right now for the Black Bears, and Yates and Newberg. Newberg, the 10th forward tonight. Face-off one back by Elmira. A shot going wide of the target from Lambert. Steered all the way back around, and Newberg takes a peek at what his options are, pins it up against the kick plate while his reinforcements get set up. He steers it backwards, and on Josh Newberg's backhand, there are not going to be too many guys in this league that are stronger than him pushing it backwards. Yates will start his engine, going east and west and now north-south, skating through the zone. Drops it back over for Jake Schultz, looking for a tip out in front. Came over to Newberg's skate, not his stick. Rebound still available. Man's cleared out in front, and looks like the Black Bears are going to be headed to the Haney Hard Seltzer power play with 15:43 left to go here in the period.
Yeah, Samaro got cross-checked from behind there, Brooks. Pretty clear right in front of the official. A great job by Samaro doing his dirty work, getting in front of that, and that's where you get those penalties.
So Justin Samaro doing a good job drawing a call. Out in front, you go to the blue paint, good things will happen. And an update for everybody back at home, Brett Parker is now skating over to the locker room, favoring a knee, being helped over by Taylor Joseph and Gavin Yates. So the Black Bears will be playing with 9 forwards temporarily. We hope that Brett Parker is okay, and if we can get an update, we will pass it on to all of our friends on YouTube and on the radio side of things once that becomes available. Also, an injury update from the Elmira side. Remember, Tristan Mock left the game about halfway through the third period last night.
Yes.
With that follow-through from Jake Schultz. Did go receive medical attention last night. Was with the team at morning skate today, but is not in the lineup tonight. So that's our update on Tristan Mock on the Elmira side. And good for Mock that he was able to get some attention and was back out on the ice today. Oliveri, a slap shot on the rebound. Henny Hard Seltzer power play. Rodrigue made the first initial save, and that puck just barely creeps out of the zone. This will come back in. Oliveri, tight window, left it out there for Thompson. Elmira cannot clear on the first try. Puck available in the slot. Black Bears will double team it. Samara, who had a power play goal last night, plays it over for Oliveri. Binghamton trying to settle it down. Puck's going end over end. Far side of the top of your screen, but Thompson maintains control, puts it in the skates of Lopez, just outside the trapezoid behind the goal. Elmira finally gets to a loose puck, and they will glide it down the length of the ice halfway through this first Henny Hard Seltzer power play of the night for the Black Bears. That was 3 for 7 last night, top of the league at 25%.
Just changed to line 1, Brooks, Jurich, Yates, and Kirkby out there as well, Alveri and Schultz.
Yeah, I'm going to go out and say Tyler Jurich is going to attempt a one-timer here momentarily if he gets the puck. Yates will circle the net. Look over for Jurich, passes it over for Powell, loads the cannon. Jurich, a one-timer that was tipped by Kirkby out in front. Rodrigue make the save. Held in, good play by Tyler Jurich. Over to Powell. Powell, slap pass over to Yates. A little too hot to handle, stuff chance. Rodrigue made the save. Back over for Jurich though. Puck still available. Just outside the face-off dot, 20 seconds left to go. Jurich's pass was blocked on the way through, cleared out by Elmira. Elmira's going for a line change. Binghamton has a 4-on-2 advantage. Jurich coming down, trying to center up for Schultz. Too soft of a pass, and that'll kill the rest of the Henny Hard Seltzer power play. Black Bears 0 for 1 on the man advantage so far tonight, as Lambert is up and ready to return to 5-on-5. Cross ice over to Jurich, doesn't like his options, tries to saucer it over. Solis will intercept it 3-on-1. Jurich skating backwards, blocks it with his skate, so that worked out very well. And now Elmira behind the net. Leeson, who has the game's only goal, playing it over for Cudmore. Carries it up to the blue line, and now Jensen coming in, scored the first goal of the game last night for Elmira, looking for his second of the weekend series. Cudmore wraps it in down low, but going to be knocked away by Schultz, and it eventually finds the stick of Tyson Kirkby. Kirkby 1-on-2, knows that his team's in a line change right now. Will just dump it in near side. Kirkby takes a little bit of a spill and a tie-up with Jensen, but he'll get off on a line change. And 5 new bodies out there on the ice for Coach Sherwood's club. Coachman and Boilar. A lot of physicality in this defensive pairing right now, as Binghamton will have iced this puck coming down with 12:42 left to go. Or take a media timeout, come back with more after these messages on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
Partnered up with Visions Federal Credit Union to present the Little Saver of the Game as in tallying each Black Bears goalie save. Visions Federal Credit Union is matching the number of saves into money and donating the proceeds to American Special Hockey Association. We're up to 647 saves at home this season. Thank you, Visions Federal Credit Union, for your support of the Black Bears and American Special Hockey Association.
And now on the ice, let's welcome the Worldwide Sports Supply Ice Crew. I'm back. What's going on, everybody? Ben in section 15 tonight for the Price Chopper Lucky Seats. She is decked out for St. Patrick's Day. Oh, no. Yeah. You are tonight's Lucky Seats.
To Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton. MC Ben making his way back around the concourse. Good to see Ben for the first time in a couple of weeks. Elmira has a 1-0 lead, Alex, but they only have 1 shot on goal and a little bit of a fluke play. And the puck in the corner finds the stick of Tate Leeson, and he outweights Taylor Joseph to get Elmira on the board first.
Yeah, it was a good play by Leeson. You know, it's one of those plays he lost him, made sure he was lost by the defense. Stevens gets the shot on late. Leeson's able to tightrope walk the crease, puts it on the backhand and puts it in the back of the net.
12:42 left to go here in the period. Shots on goal, 9 for Binghamton, 1 for Elmira, but where it matters the most, Elmira has that 1 shot on goal up on the scoreboard as well. Face-off won by Newberg. Boilar tries to clear it out of the zone, held in by Pekarski. And now they're fight for it in the corner. Coachman against Hamilton. Coachman gets the better of that matchup, and it looks like the Black Bears are going to be able to try to clear the puck. That's going to be knocked down out of the air. They play on as it was played by Binghamton after the high stick from Pekarski, I believe. Now Binghamton looking for a clean entry into the zone. Newberg on the right wing side gets to the blue line and dumps it behind. Remember, the Black Bears iced the puck coming out of that TV, or before that TV timeout, so they were unable to change. Pekarski behind his own net, met with pressure from Gavin Yates. Those two were teammates once upon a time, and Thompson forcing a turnover back to Boilar. A wrist shot that's blockered away by Rodrigue. Had no idea where the rebound was, trying to find Oliveri, playing on that second line tonight as a forward. And now Lance Hamilton starts his engine. Hamilton, a fast skater, tries to deke around Yarwood, but Yarwood gives no quarter inside his defensive zone. Thompson coming down the right wing side, low angle, but Rodrigue puts the puck against his body, hangs on. 10th shot of the night for Binghamton, and the 10th save for Rodrigue.
Well, and an excellent job by the Black Bears there. We talk about puck luck a lot. The Black Bears seem to be just not there tonight. If a guy is in the middle of the ice right there, that's an easy goal.
Lopez pops the puck into the corner. Seeing a little bit of some line shuffling going on right now early in this one, especially with Brett Parker in the locker room. For the time being, 2-on-1, late developing a shot that rings off the post, stays out of the net. And that could have been Elmira's second goal of the night. Taylor Joseph bailed out by the iron right there. We stay at 1-0. This comes down the length of the ice. This is icing against Elmira. Mammoth can't believe it, but clear as day, hard off the inside of the iron, stays out of the net, and it stays at 1-0.
100% Brooks, an excellent opportunity for the Mammoth that just doesn't end up going in the back of the net. Every single person on earth lost that puck, including Taylor Joseph, and it ended up harmlessly in the corner by where the Black Bears skate onto the ice.
Well, unfortunately for the Black Bears defensively, they've been on the wrong end of a couple of 2-on-1s and odd man rushes as Mac Lewis loses his edge. He's going to skate off and go ahead, and we go picture in picture here on YouTube while Walters has the puck behind. Take a look at it. Just rings off the post, and now we continue to press on. Leeson, Yarwood, and Kirkby will fight forward in front of the Black Bears bench. Elmira pulls it back a little bit to get set up. Maintain control. Justin Schmidt in the lineup once again for Elmira, coming over in a late season trade near the deadline from the Columbus River Dragons. Here, clear the puck this time. Thompson touches it, though, illegally as he batted it out of the air with a high stick with 10:29 remaining.
And it's one of those plays, Brooks, that you just react reflexively rather than go after it. It's an excellent job, though, by the officials catching it right behind their head, essentially. We'll see how this goes. Thompson, Lopez, and Oliveri. It's an interesting line combination.
Thompson pinning a man up against the boards. That's Blake Cudmore. Leads to a turnover temporarily. Can Lopez get a stick on it? He cannot. Oliveri's going to take a penalty there as Leeson closes his stick. And Oliveri trying to plead to the official that Leeson was chicken winging his stick, but both the referees had their arms up in the air that time. That's not going to be one that you can probably hide.
Again, that's an easy call to make. Once you get that stick up into the body of the opposing player, once you're there, it's easy to call. Even if Leeson did chicken wing it a little bit, you don't want your stick up in the body of the Mammoth player.
It's a hooking infraction against the Black Bears at 9:48 of period number 1. Sends the Elmira power play out on the ice. Now the Elmira power play operates at 21.2%. That is 6th in the league. They have 36 power play goals. Black Bears with 8 shorthanded. They haven't had one in a while. They are currently tied for 3rd in the league in the shorthanded goal department. Don Oliveri guilty of the infraction as that puck will hop in over in Leeson. Plays it down low. Schultz and Wild will play for it in the corner. Finds the stick of Samaro, and Samaro slaps it down the length of the ice. Black Bears kill off the first 20 seconds and some extra time now. Samaro and Newberg the forwards, Walters and Schultz the defensemen on the Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill. Solis wraps it all the way around the boards. Cross ice over for Richards. Going to be blocked temporarily by Schultz. Diving effort from Newberg to poke it away out of the slot. Held in, though, by Kyle Stevens. Stevens, the former Black Bear, on this power play for Elmira as the shot's going to be put on Joseph at a low angle, and he holds on for his first save of the game, coming almost halfway or over the halfway point of the first period. 9:23 left to go. Take a timeout. Come back with more after this on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
Thanks, guys. Make sure you call Arctic Fair for all your plumbing, heating, cooling, and water treatment needs.
Shots fired. Let's go up, everybody, down in section 13 tonight for the season ticket holder of the game, Nancy Zacharias. Nancy, how you doing tonight?
Very good, thank you.
My pleasure. You glad to be back?
I am definitely glad to be here.
And I'm sure our boys are too. So we're going to kick off the second half of March with a free oil change from our friends at Avery Auto Service to you. Let's hear it for Nancy, everybody. And let me hear your best Let's Go Black Bears.
Let's go, Black Bear!
Let's go!
makeup game from the December 23rd night due to inclement weather. If you have a
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton on the radio side, and for our friends on YouTube as well. The Black Bears find themselves in the middle of a Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill, and Elmira's trying to extend their lead to 2-0 with their first power play of the game. Elmira did go 1 for 5 last night on the man advantage.
And an excellent job by the Black Bears last night, killing off those penalties. And the last one wasn't until, I think, their first power play goal wasn't until 5 minutes left.
Face-off won by Tyson Kirkby, and Austin Thompson will slap it down the length of the ice. Roderick will set it up on a tee, and Stravo Solis leaves it for Tate Leeson, perhaps the best player on this Elmira squad. He skates on in, tries to get through the Black Bears defense, but picked away by Tyson Kirkby. And a man going into the net for Elmira, Tate Leeson, lost his edge and ended up in Taylor Joseph's net. They touch back up. Solis crossing over the line, throws on the brakes, comes into the face-off dot, draws a man. Rebounds available after the initial save from Joseph, and he covers up. 31 seconds left to go in the power play for Elmira.
Seemed like on that one, Brooks, there was a little bit of miscommunication between Josh Newberg and Matthew Boilar, who had the man with the puck. Both sort of halfway moved out to meet him, but neither committed to taking the man.
And you see Joseph on the Heinz Energy replay for our friends watching along on YouTube, just sidesteps Leeson and lets him glide into the net himself. Elmira to the face-off. Turnaround shot going to be lifted high into the air off the glass, trying to ping the low side corner. Helinskis takes a bump from Boilar. Has it on his backhand, trying to play it over for Pekarski, the second power play unit out there for the Mammoth Club. Jensen over, and a shot wide from Helinskis. Pekarski plays it down low. Trapezoid centering pass cleaned up by Coachman back over to the half wall. Oliveri has returned, and we're back to 5-on-5. Pekarski comes in, shot blockered away by Joseph. Boilar to the loose puck, and this will be icing against Binghamton, but they kill off the first power play of Elmira tonight. Both teams 0 for 1 on the man advantage so far.
Yeah, and Brooks, if you watch that penalty kill, Coachman and Boilar doing an excellent job keeping that center area where they have the screen man clean, doing a great job of clearing out McGuire. You saw him hit the ice 3 times in a 30-second period. That means your defenders are doing their job.
So Josh Newberg will take this face-off. Oliveri and Samara will be the 2 forwards on the wing. And it'll be wrapped in down low for Stevens. Stevens pushed off the puck by Boilar, but Marati can't handle it at the blue line, and Binghamton will change partially. As some of the defensemen still stay on the ice. Powell now and Stevens get matched up down low behind the net. Stevens, one touch over for Leeson. Those two start a 2-man cycle down low, trying to center up, but Oliveri read the play and will find the puck. Now Tyler Jurt starts his engine, comes in, slap shot easily turned away by a kick save from Roderick. Oliveri turns it over to Yates. One touch passing out in front, and Kyle Powell with the goal.
And Brooks, that's what happens when you have that much firepower on one line. Everybody sucks over to the side with Yates, Jurich, and Oliveri. Powell's able to easily skate in behind the net and put it in the goal to tie this up at 1-1.
Binghamton's on the board thanks to Kyle Powell. It comes at even strength. Powell's 3rd goal of the season. Thought he had another one last night, but it was taken away by Austin Thompson's redirect out in front. And we're back to an even hockey game. 7:10 left to go here on this one. Got a couple looks at the Heinz Energy replay. Black Bears looking for more. Schultz, a one-touch pass that was tipped on, and Roderick almost let the second one of the game leak right through. Let's hear Frank Perney. Don Oliveri and Gavin Yates getting the assist, so Oliveri keeps his point streak alive. Gavin Yates also heating up at the right time here late in the season. Remember, he missed a month earlier this year due to concussion protocol. Now the Black Bears looking for their first opportunity to reclaim the lead as Elmira dumps the puck in. Schultz reversing it over. Garwood settles it down, and Tyler Jurich trying to create some open ice, has been skating by himself for the last 2 weeks leading up to this moment. Comes into the zone, had it stripped away by McGuire. Flicks back out into neutralized. Walters, though, from his knees, makes the play. Elmira is offsides as Helinski's lost his edge, and we've seen a couple people here losing an edge early in the first period. Puck through the slot, finds the stick of Oliveri as nobody can make a play on it. Faked a slap shot and then throws a wrist shot on target. Rodrigue covers up with 5:53 left to go.
Well, when you have a guy like Oliveri who's a veteran of the game, has a lot of time played, you learn those little secrets. Completely froze the defense with the fake dumping as they were almost getting ready to switch their weight and get it back. As we see on the Heinz Energy replay, though, JT Walters with an amazing play after an accidental catching of the edge in that corner of the ice. Just a very heads-up play by him to get his stick on the puck and force Elmira into an offside position.
Thompson fighting for it in the offensive zone after the face-off. Gets a little bit of a nudge from the referee. Oliveri tries to get into the slot. Lopez gets a stick to it. Open space for Cam Yarwood, playing it over for Oliveri in the slot, trying to settle it down. He couldn't get to it, and Lopez blows a tire right there. And remember, there was 2 youth games going on today in the arena before we got here, as Stevens tries to go between his legs. A little bit too fancy for the Elmira skater as Walters skates away. So ice conditions could be a little choppy, but we'll see how they improve here early on. Also, they did flood the rink after those 2 youth games as well. Thompson cross ice over to Oliveri. Black Bears touch up, saucering out for Lopez out in front. Lopez caught a stick up in the mouth.
Another high stick, Brooks, that he got caught similarly last night. That was not called by the official.
He's going to stay with the play, try to get around Lambert. Thrown back out to the blue line, and Coachman cannot hold the puck in. Take the under 5 media timeout. It's a 1-1 contest thanks to Kyle Powell. Back with you after these messages in a tied hockey game here on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
Please welcome First Class Petty Officer Brad Fish. Brad, we ask you to please stand as American Electric, the Black Bears, and all of our fans thank you for your sacrifices and services. If you or someone you know should be recognized as a hero of the game, please visit BinghamtonBlackBears.com.
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton. And as the hero of the game is honored, as they are every game here in Binghamton. Alex, what'd you like about that Kyle Powell goal out in front?
I'll tell you what, Brooks, it was an excellent job by Kyle Powell realizing and recognizing that all the eyes were on 2 particular people. You know, as Powell saw the defense collapse around Oliveri, Jurich, and Yates, he saw an open lane to the net, and Rodrigue had no clue he was there.
It'll be a neutral zone face-off. Take a look at this Heinz Energy replay. Lopez clipped right there, taken down to the ice.
Actually, I think it's 29 gets his stick right.
Yeah, that's Tate Leeson.
Coachman and also one of the defenders for Elmira were sharing words before the face-off.
Yeah, there goes a stick flown up into the air. Shot put on wide of the target. Comes all the way back out into the zone, and Coachman will dump this puck in off the glass, cross ice, and it ends up behind the Elmira net. Can Boilar hold it in? He can, soccer style. And down low over for Josh Newberg. Newberg, easy pass over to Mac Lewis, and Coachman from the point looking for a tip from Newberg. Didn't get all that he wanted on that one, the native of Cranford, New Jersey. I believe he actually ended up tipping that one wide of the target a little bit further than what it was going. Boilar with a hit on Richards to try to set the tone and give the crowd a little bit to cheer about here in a 1-1 contest. Newberg over to Lewis, and Newberg's taken down after the play, and he gave up the puck. Newberg at the blue line, throws a wrist shot, almost got the tip from Samero as Rodrigue had vacated that near side post. Newberg's turnaround shot is deflected off a defender's stick and out of play with 4 minutes left to go here in the opening period. Shots on goal, 16 for Binghamton and 4 for Elmira.
Yeah, and I think that hit on Newberg was a little bit of a retaliation for the hit in the neutral zone by Boilar. Wild came up and actually gave Boilar a shot after the play, and Boilar kind of looked at him like, what, that was a clean check. And then Wild found another hit.
4 minutes left to go here in the period as the puck dropped. Elmira tries to clear it out of the zone. Schultz temporarily holds it in. Works it down low for Jurich. Throws it out in front off the goaltender. Yates tried to bring it to his forehand, but Binghamton could not keep it inside the offensive zone. Now Kyle Pavel tied the game up at 1. Drops it back over for Yates. It looks like Yates, Kirkby, and Jurich back together on a line with each other. And Jurich right at the line, tries to hold it in, couldn't find it in his skates. And I believe that's Dalton Anderson placing it out into the neutral zone. And McGuire will chip it ahead at the blue line. Joseph coming out of his net. And Elmira will roll a change as Binghamton takes the puck. Yates now flying in with a ton of speed. Has it on the backhand, tries a power move. Rodrigue made the save, and he will cover up. 3:07 left to go. Another shot on goal for Binghamton as they continue to add them on here in the opening 20.
Yeah, and an interesting change up here, Brooks. This line out here right now, Yates, Kirkby, and Jurich is the one we're used to seeing as the top line for the Black Bears. One of the most offensively potent lines in the Fed, and an interesting mix of people.
Ideal Bowling Center is where Binghamton hockey fans bowl with open bowling all week long with money-saving specials. Ideal is a great place for family, friends, company parties, and special occasions. Ideal Bowling Center located at 119 Jennings Street in Endicott. So much more than just your favorite bowling alley. Puck finds its way back into the Binghamton zone. Walters chops at it to knock it down, still expecting the birth of his first daughter any day now as this puck comes down. Doesn't make the icing line, just inches away from a whistle, but Oliveri peppering the Elmira defense causes a turnover. Can Binghamton capitalize on it? Walters fakes the shot, plays it over for Yarwood. Yarwood tries to dance around Leeson, finds the stick of Lopez, skating into the slot. Thompson will take it away, all the way across for Yarwood. Couldn't get a clean handle on it. Binghamton trying to settle the puck down, but will find the stick of Solis instead, and Solis will do the wise thing, take some time off the clock, let things settle down here, and pull it back behind his own net to start his engine.
That's the only thing I've noticed so far about the Mammoths both games, is they are very cavalier with the puck behind their own net.
Lopez and Solis try to fight with it outside the Elmira zone. Solis comes away. It's steered on by Taylor Joseph. Shot put on, tipped out in front. Joseph was trying to get back to his crease as the shot's going to be put on by Richards, deflected out of play. And it'll be into the safety netting with 1:50 left to go here. Don't forget, we got the Excite Motorsports intermission report. Since we had to cut down a little bit on the Triple Cities Family Dental pregame show, we're going to play that interview with Tyler Jurich during the first intermission, where I have the Binghamton Hockey Booster Club highlights, a look at the Columbia Mutual Life Insurance stat sheet, all that and more coming up on the Excite Motorsports intermission report. Newberg ushered out. Mac Lewis will take his spot. Lewis wins it back over for Coachman. Plays it to himself off the boards. Samaro with control of the puck and glides it over to an open man. Binghamton gets it out of the zone. Lewis tries to steer it on the backhand for the rookie. A little bit too soft of a pass from Lewis. I should say the new guy, because Lewis is a rookie as well. Newberg tries to hold it in at the line. Powell couldn't soccer style it, and it's going to be a 2-on-1 with Hamilton coming in. Shot, that one rings off the post, I believe, as well, Alex. Second time tonight that Elmira's hit a post on a 2-on-1. Now Boylar tells his team to settle down and leaves it for Kyle Powell. They let Samaro try to get to a spot, cross ice all the way down at the blue line, and now Powell pulls it out in front with 1 minute left in the first period of Saturday night action. Schultz skating in, gets around Marti, a power move for the captain, tries to go upstairs, but it's off the side of the net. Powell's wrist shot put on. Rodrigue made the initial save and will bring it back to his glove and melt it down with 48 seconds left.
Yeah, and on that 2-on-1, an excellent job by Mathieu Boylar getting out in front of the puck and forcing the forward to take the unideal shot.
And yeah, that goes right off the crossbar, I believe, into the corner. And now Yates will take a face-off against Kyle Stevens. 47 against 12. And Tyson Kirkby will get first possession of it. Jurich out in front, got his stick tied up. in a one-timing position in the low slot. Elmira gains the blue line, and they will just dump it in behind the net of Joseph. Schultz takes a peek up at the clock, tries to play it over for Jurich. And Black Bears couldn't get that puck out of the zone. Schultz will pin a man up against the board. That was Solius. That's captain against assistant captain for Elmira. 20 seconds left to go here in the period. Final push for Binghamton. Powell goes off the boards. Too far out in front of Tyson Kirkby, but it's going to be icing. Kirkby thought he beat Elmira to the spot.
I would tend to agree with Kirkby on that one, Brooks. He was neck to neck, and normally the officials give it to the guy. If it's a tie, normally they'll give it to the guy going for the puck just to, you know. I thought Kirkby had a leg on him there, and even I think he touched up the puck. Old school icing rules, that wouldn't have been an icing.
Now the officials get together and they talk about it. Take a look at this Heinz Energy replay. Powell from the goal line goes off the boards. He practiced that all the time, trying to connect off the boards to Kirkby. And remember, it's when they get to the dots, who's closest to playing it. Also, Rodrigue also did stick his stick out. Watch here again as time's about to run out, and that's an attempt to play the puck. 8 seconds left, final push. Gavin Yates has the speed to come in. 5 seconds in, tries to drag around, centers it out in front, nobody home. And we will go to the locker room tied at 1 after the first 20 minutes of play here, as the first period has reached its conclusion. Shots on goal, Binghamton 18, Elmira 5. And we will get ready for the Excite Motorsports intermission report in just a little bit. Cole Parenti out sick tonight, so we do not have our ringside reporter available. So me and Alex will have to carry the weight for the intermission report. We'll be back in just a little bit on the Excite Motorsports intermission report. Stick around on Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton.
Presented by Certified Textile Restoration Center. Here's Ben.
Fred, thank you so much. Binghamton, your Black Bears are home. Make some noise. Oh my goodness. 3 weeks, I missed you guys. Woo. Let's hear it. Let's give it a round of applause.
Season ticket holders, playoff tickets are now on sale. You can save up to 15% off when you sign up for our Pay As We Play plan. Visit the Black Bears office or give us a call at 607-722-7367. The Binghamton Black Bears are hosting First Responders Night on Saturday, April 1st. It is a day full of hockey. The Binghamton Police and Fire Department will kick off the day with the annual Hart Cup game at 3:30 p.m. inside Vision Veterans Memorial Arena, followed by the Binghamton Black Bears taking on the Columbus River Dragons at 7 p.m. The Black Bears will be wearing specialty first responders jerseys to pay tribute to the men and women who keep us safe, and there will be a post-game jersey auction to raise money for the American Heart Association immediately following the game. You can come to both games for just $15, and each ticket sold will be benefiting the American Heart Association as well. Tickets can be purchased by calling the office at 607-722-7367 or at binghamtonblackbears.com. The Binghamton Black Bears are once again hosting a Sock Out Cancer Night coming up on March 31st, presented by Security Mutual. Security Mutual will be tabling on the concourse raising money for Sock Out Cancer while the game is taking place. The Black Bears on the ice will be wearing specialty Sock Out Cancer jerseys for the first time this year, and they will be auctioned off live following the game. Auction proceeds will be benefiting the Sock Out Cancer Foundation, and tickets can be purchased by calling 607-722-7367 or visiting binghamtonblackbears.com. Fans, the Black Bears are at home on Sunday, March 19th at 2 p.m. against the Watertown Wolves. This is the makeup game from the December 23rd night due to inclement weather. If you have a ticket stub from the December 23rd game, it is still valid to get you inside the gates. If you need to purchase additional tickets or have any questions, you can call the office at 607. Black Bear fans, it's now time for the Bricks Barber Company Clip of the Week.
Thompson keeps possession alive. Powell, down low, back over to Austin. Powell loads it up for Boilar. One-timer, he scores! Back to Boilar, a power play goal. Penny Hard Seltzer getting their money's worth on the sponsorship tonight, and the Black Bears have the lead.
Bricks Barber Company located in the number 5 Commons at 41 South Washington Street right here in downtown Binghamton. Give them a visit today.
If you're looking to install a beautiful, durable, and handcrafted countertop, call Alice James Construction. The Southern Tier's most trusted stone fabrication will design and install your dream countertop and let you choose from a premium selection of natural stones like marble, granite, or quartzite. Stone or granite countertops starting as low as $35 per square foot installed. Schedule your free quote and receive a free sink with your countertop project. Call 607-275-5495.
You make me think of good things.
Good days.
Like calming tempers down.
Good days.
And passing them around.
So stand up and cheer. Well, that's gonna be a good day.
Share a good-natured Canadian Pilsner.
Are you looking for a new place to live? Lofts at JC is the official housing partner of the Binghamton Black Bears and the only luxury housing provider offering both 2 and 3 bedroom units, fully furnished for a modern living lifestyle. Lofts at JC is centrally located in the heart of the Tri-Cities area, located at 128 Grand Avenue in Johnson City. Housing applications are accepted online at loftsatjc.com. Once again, that's loftsatjc.com.
Magic 1017.
Best radio station. Keeps getting better.
Better music selection.
Best ever. Makes me feel better.
Number 1 for music and fun.
It's like the best ever.
Magic 1017. 100% local.
A wreck is a wreck. An arrest is an arrest. Alcohol, cough syrup, painkillers, sleeping pills. It doesn't matter. Impaired is impaired, and it will be prosecuted. Going out tonight? Your local police will be out too. Don't drive. Get a ride. Brought to you by your New York State Stop DWI program.
Into the slot, and Kirby scores on the one-timer.
You do not want to miss 1 minute of Binghamton Black Bear action this upcoming season. With individual game tickets as low as $10 and outstanding group rates, there is no reason to wait to get your tickets to book your group. Call 607-722-7367 or check us out online at binghamtonblackbears.com.
Don't settle for less. Ask for American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. American Standard, built to a higher standard.
Fans, the Black Bears are at home on Sunday, March 19th at 2 p.m. against the Watertown Wolves. This is the makeup game from the December 23rd night due to inclement weather. If you have a ticket stub from the December 23rd game, it is still valid to get you inside the gates. If you need to purchase additional tickets or have any questions, you can call the office at 607-722-7367.
As the puck below the net, centering pass in front, they score! 4-3 final.
Big one, boys. Who's got the suds?
No, boys, we got something better. What do we got? Jersey, bring us the Hennies.
Yeah! All right, I got the Hennies.
Got the Hennies, fellas. Start passing these out, eh? Ah, look at this bad boy. Cheers, baby.
A win like that calls for a real celebration.
Henny's craft made hard seltzer.
If you're gonna win, win with a Henny.
Are you kidding me? Bourbon flavor?
at Lofts at JC. Here, just nearing the 8 o'clock hour on the East Coast. Motor City leads Carolina 2-1. Motor City was up 2-0, while the Thunderbirds have clawed back a little bit. That game getting ready to go into the third period. They started an hour earlier than we did. Port Huron leads Delaware 5-3. That game also getting ready to go to the third period. And Danbury leads Watertown 2-0. They're also in the second intermission, or excuse me, first intermission, just like we are. And Columbus has an early 2-0 lead at the tail end of the first period against the Mississippi Seawolves. So River Dragons over Seawolves 2-0. Hat Tricks over Wolves 2-0. Prowlers over Thunder 5-3. And Rockers over Thunderbirds 2-1. That's a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. When we come back, we're going to have the second period brought to you by our friends over at Lofts at JC after these messages on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
Yo, Princeton's up again.
Time for the second period, so let's welcome back your Binghamton Black Bears. Tonight's academic program brought to you by New York State 529 program, Aspire Financial, SecQ Guthrie. Let's congratulate Windsor Middle School for your fantastic work in the classroom. They're participating in a high five line right down there with your Binghamton Black Bears. All right, everybody. It's unofficially green out night. Your Binghamton Black Bears have been gone for 2 weeks. Let's make some
Tonight's second period is brought to you by the official housing provider of the Binghamton Black Bears, Lofts at JC.
Thomas, Bears.
Down to the eyes, Rodrigo come out and sprawl on top of it just outside the crease barely. Tonight's officials brought to you by the...
Make sure to pick up your Chuck-a-Pucks on the main concourse. Chuck-a-Puck happens during the second intermission. Thanks to Excite Motorsports in Vestal for your chance to win a CF Moto ATV.
From last time between these two sides. One referee and one fan staying in the weekend matchup. Two new ones. Walters in front of the red line puts it on goal for Rodrigue. And he will put his mitt on top of it and hold on for another one.
UHS Sports Medicine is the exclusive sports medicine and athletic training service provider for the Binghamton Black Bears. Do you have a sports injury? call an athletic trainer at the UHS Sports Medicine Hotline at 75-SPORT. That's 75-SPORT.
Into his own end. And the Black Bears will start from behind their own net on the breakout. Yarwood coming over all three lines by himself, drops it back over to Yates, finds Dirt into the slot, but it rolls off the backside of the stick. 3-on-2 going the other way for Elmira. Dalton Anderson coming over, but Kalinsky was a little bit early into the zone. It's offside. Elmira pulling the call out of the zone.
The puck just gets off end and just rolls over Tyler's stick, not able to put it into the back of the net.
19 minutes left to go, 1 minute gone here in the middle period. Shots 20 for Binghamton, 5 for Elmira. Cross ice, a little bit behind Lopez, forcing him to skate backwards, trying to leave it for Oliveri. It's a turnover. Stevens coming in, throws a wrist shot into the chest of Joseph. Rebound was available, but the referee blew it dead prematurely.
He thought Taylor Joseph had iced that puck down, and it ended up getting away from him and into the possession of the Elmira Mammoths.
Lopez will take this, push it over to the wing. Schultz will chip it ahead for Oliveri. Oliveri throws it into the neutral zone off the stick of Jensen. Thompson will give chase after it, but Jensen plays it off the boards. Unluckily for him, there's a guy in green waiting for it. Lopez over to Thompson. They had Oliveri in the slot, but Thompson couldn't settle it down. Schultz to Oliveri for the tip. It's in his skates, trying to get it over to his forehand. Thompson's there in the right spot, in and out of the glove of Rodrigue.
I actually think that one caught him in the cage, Brooks.
Black Bears try to keep the puck in the zone. They will. Thompson coming in, gets his stick lifted from behind. Leeson back checking beautifully for Elmira, skating away now. Now Oliveri returns the favor on the back check. Elmira's offsides as they dump it back in. Now Powell, with one hand on his stick, will direct some traffic. Give a little stick fake out in front to Stevens. Cross ice over to Mac Lewis. Catches it off the boards. Martia separates Lewis from the puck temporarily, but he does gain it right back. Newberg wraps it around the corner for Schultz, who's pinching in. Samero holding the blue line. Plays it back down low for the captain. Tries to center up. Powell holds it in at the blue line. This is maybe that long offensive shift that they were looking for. Alex, and Schultz out in front on the backhand, scores. Jake Schultz with his 11th goal of the season gives Binghamton a 2-1 lead.
And Schultz slotting into the position he played when he went up to the ECHL on loan. Left wing doing an excellent job, allowing Samero to switch back to defense. An excellent cycle by the Black Bears. Ends up with a goal as Schultz is able to crash the net and get his stick and pick up the garbage in front of the net.
2:38 time in the goal. Jake Schultz's 11th of the season.
As the Black Bears win the draw, Brooks.
Yeah, and I think Samara will get his second assist as a Black Bear on that as well. We're going to wait for Frank Perney for the official announcement, and we'll see what he has to say as it's getting relayed from the off-ice officials down to the penalty box where our PA announcer is stationed, and here's Frank. Schultz's 11th of the year. So Mac Lewis will get the assist, and Kyle Powell gets his second point of the night, so it reads Schultz from Mac Lewis and Kyle Powell at even strength. 2:38 time of the goal. And Binghamton has a 2-1 lead. Now Yates starts his engine from behind the net, catching the pass off of Justin Coachman. Yates stays on his feet, good job. And Kirkby at the blue line, met with pressure from Solius. He turns it over. Kirkby can't hold it in, delayed offsides against the Black Bears. Stevens fighting for it against Kirkby. Those two keep trading with each other, going back and forth. Now Yates and Stevens trying to fight for the puck. Kirkby has it pinned up against the kick plate. And here played over for Yarwood, who reverses it all the way down low to his defensive partner. 4 minutes gone here in the second period. Shots 22 Binghamton, 6 for Elmira. as Yarwood comes in. Now Black Bears enter the zone for Gavin Yates. Into the slot. Toe drags. Jurch, a one-timer snagged out of the air by Rodrigue. And that's the first really great shot for Tyler Jurch of the night.
Yeah, 100% Brooks. He's had a few opportunities that were either tipped on the way through or rolled over his stick, and that was a very fast shot for Jurich. Catching it with a quick wrist shot, almost put that one in the back of the net.
That's a look at our Heinz Energy replay on the latest goal from Jake Schultz, his 11th of the year. As that puck is going to be chipped out of the face-off circle all the way down behind the Binghamton net. Yarwood met with pressure from Richards. And now Austin Thompson skates away, plays it off the boards, and will chase after it. Thompson first man to it as Elmira fumbled with it behind the own net, held in by Walters temporarily, but second effort from Luke Richards puts the puck back out into the neutral zone. Walters in front of the red line, near side dump in, and for Cudmore. Didn't get all that he wanted on that clear, and that allows Austin Thompson to come in, tries to center it in off the goaltender. Rodriguez says enough and puts his glove on top of it with 14:55 left to go. Black Bears have their first lead of the night thanks to the captain, Jake Schultz, at 2:38 of the period. Back with you after these messages on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
Jake Schultz got us a goal for some pizza. Who's going to be the lucky section to get it? Section 18, it's you guys. Because Jake Schultz scored this period, you all get coupons for 2 free slices of pizza courtesy of Administrations. It's time for the Muckle student of the game hanging out in section 2 tonight, everybody, with my student of the game right in front of me. Boop, boop. Hey, buddy. Hi. How you doing? You ready for school to be over? Yeah, me too, I think. Anyways, you get a coupon from our friends over at Muckles.
Back to Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton, Brooks Hill, and Alex Jones here on the call. And Jake Schultz in the right place at the right time, Alex, and he has his 11th goal of the season and gives Binghamton the lead for the first time tonight.
And an interesting thing, Brooks, as they bring the new guy in, Justin Samaro is doing an excellent job rotating onto defense to allow the defense to get in on the rush.
Now held in by Lewis, cross ice over to Powell. Snapshot looking for a tip from Newberg. Steers into the corner. Samaro playing it over for the New Jersey native. We got a New Hampshire guy, a New Jersey guy, and an Ontario guy on this forward group right now for the Black Bears. As McGuire tried to let Dalton Anderson skate into the zone with the puck. Instead, one-touch passing up to Schultz, looking for his second of the night. Going to be blocked on the way through. Held in, though, by Samaro. Paws it down. Mac Lewis holding the blue line. Temporarily playing it now down low for, quote-unquote, one of the new guys. Logar, one of the healthy extras tonight. Probably going to see him tomorrow night, or tomorrow afternoon, I should say, against Watertown. Watertown's currently fighting with the Danbury Hat Tricks in Connecticut on Hall of Fame night in Danbury. Elmira crosses over the line. They're off sides just under the 14-minute mark here in this one, but Justin Samaro, through one game in almost a half, has really impressed me so far. What about you, Alex?
Yeah, 100%, Brooks. 2 points in 2 games so far. An excellent job as the Black Bears tie up and win the face-off. It's going to end up on the stick of Tyler Jurch. It's going to retreat and push through the ice, getting it into the offensive zone.
Yeah, Tyler Jurch starts his engine, has it on the backhand. Will saucer it over for Gavin Yates. Yates starting and stopping, dodges a hit from Lambert, but Boilar could not hold the puck in. 2-on-2 with Stevens and Solius. Stevens had it poked away by Coachman, and Coachman gives Stevens a little bit of a rough ride down low, and then Stevens takes down Coachman with the stick. Back out into the neutral zone we play on. Stevens, excuse me, that's Yates over to Jurich. Jurich trying to center up out in front for Kirkby. I think it was deflected at the last second. Jurich from a low angle couldn't get it to go. Elmira escapes harm and they go the other way. Solius 2-on-2. against Boilar. Boilar blocks a shot into the corner. Now behind the net, Walters pokes it to open ice, and Kirkby will throw a whack at it, and that'll hop over the glass into the first row in section 27.
And that's why, fans, you got to come in attendance. You can leave with some free souvenirs if you're paying attention.
Always got to keep your eye on the puck, especially down low near that glass.
So Brooks, on the Heinz Energy replay, the pass to Jurich to Kirkby doesn't look like it gets tipped. It looks like it just flips on Kirkby at the last second. Doesn't get a good scoring opportunity, what would have been a sure goal.
All right, good eye, Alex. And now puck back in play. Defensive zone for the Black Bears now as they try to exit. Thompson will call it over. Oliveri gets a little lucky as that pass was deflected right onto his tape. Puts a shot on goal that Rodriguez steers aside. Yarwood keeps the puck in. Black Bears a little jumbled up with the passing right now. Yarwood fakes the shot. Gets a little bit of a pick from Oliveri. Good use of the free man right there. Now Thompson messed up with Julian. Yarwood coming in, back in between the legs, and Rodriguez made the save. I don't think he was expecting that one, but Yarwood puts it into the chest of the goaltender.
Yeah, I think Yarwood actually would have been better off holding that one and trying to outweigh the keeper, because Rodriguez really clamped down on the far post and slammed that door shut on Yarwood as he went for the nifty shot. Now, an interesting thing here, Brooks, I think if Yarwood holds that rather than takes that shot, Chad Lopez is open right on the doorstep.
Alinsky's coming in. Black Bears thought they had forced an offsides. Linesman says to continue to play on. Chris Martia now skating in his own end, matched up with pressure from Thompson. Alinsky's all the way across the ice. Nice pass onto the tape of Dalton Anderson. He will steer it on goal, and Joseph will decide to melt a pass down. And here, hold for a face-off.
And now we're coming out, Brooks. Lewis, Samaro, and Newberg with Powell and Schultz. A very interesting group when they get in that cycle, how the Binghamton Black Bears seem to be very willing to allow one or both defenders to crash the net and get some offensive opportunities.
Yeah, and also worth noting for all of our friends just tuning in here in this one, Brett Parker took a shot and had an awkward fall in the first period. He has not returned. Don't have any other updates on Brett Parker, but the Black Bears are playing with 9 forwards tonight in their lineup. Powell backhands one out, and say tipped on the way through by Justin Schmidt. Samaro comes in, matched up against the enforcer from the Elmira squad, and almost Schmidt just caught one from his teammate up high. Instead, Samaro plays it over for Schultz. Slap shot, Rodriguez makes a kick save, and now Lewis on the backhand tries to play it back to the point for Schultz. Can't get a clean forehand on it, and Schultz absolutely sends Halinsky's down to the ice. What a hit by Jake Schultz, and now the captain still has the puck. Pass a little errant, but Kyle Powell coming in. Black Bears are on sides. Powell saucering it up. One touch for Samaro out in front. Both players get tied up. I believe their skates got twisted. We play on. Schultz into the open corner, keeping the puck in play with 10:50 left to go in the second period. Powell on his backhand, tight turn across the boards. He's taken down. And Halinsky's just trying to find anybody dressed in green that he can, and trying to get some contact. Now Yates with the steal, 3-on-1. Yates out waiting and makes the shot attempt instead, steered aside by Rodriguez. Powell blocked out in front by Martia, never got there. Yates stays on the forecheck. Tried to lift the stick of Schmidt, but unfortunately for him, Tate Leeson was right behind. And here skate away with the puck. The lefty coming in the right wing side at the top of your screen. Backhands one off the glove of Joseph. Couldn't handle the rebound. Puck became available, and another early whistle from the referee down in the corner.
Yeah, Brooks, they've been quick with the whistles so far tonight, and Taylor Joseph seems like he's having trouble securing those easy shots that he should be melting down for a face-off. However, Jelensky was really, really looking for contact after Jake Schultz put him into the dirt, and I think that's a little bit of a pride thing. As the Black Bears win the draw, Boilard takes it behind the net.
Yeah, and now Jurich will backhand it out into neutral ice. Kirkby tried to play it in stride for Yates, but intercepted by the Elmira defense. Solius puts a shot through traffic on, and Joseph will block her that one with his body. I believe that one went off his chest, and Binghamton comes 3-on-2 the other way. Yates and Kirkby with Jurich. Jurich out in front, sent it too high. Stays in play off the glass. Yates couldn't come up with the loose puck. Stretch pass over to Leeson. Too far in front of the Mammoth player. It nullifies the icing. Coachman sends Leeson down to the ice. And now Solius and Justin Coachman, I believe, are going to go. Solius didn't like the hit. They're trying to get the hands free. Leeson comes in with the shove, and Coachman with the wrestle down to the ice.
Tell you what, Brooks, Leeson better watch out. The third man in a fight is an automatic ejection from a game. And you know what? Good for Solius there, sticking up for his guy. That's the fight you need to take. Coachman with a clean hit. No call on the play. Solius takes the necessary duty of standing up for his teammate.
And the Black Bears are come out on the other side of this as Leeson, while the fight was going on, tried to get a piece of Coachman for himself, and the referee said none of that. And it looks like the Black Bears are going to be headed to a power play. We'll talk about it when we come back after these messages on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
Rock Hill Fire Department, St. Mark's Vestal Lodge 435, Ensto Avionics, Caltech Church Life Group, Elliott Morse Group, Matt German Group, Ashley Walsh Group, Duplex Landscaping, Serve Pro, Broom Bituminous Products, Southern Tier Hockey Association, Binghamton Hockey Booster Club, Visions Federal Credit Union, and our season ticket holders. If you'd like to be recognized as a group, call 607-722-7367 or visit BinghamtonBlackBears.com.
Cancer Night coming up on March 31st, presented by Security Mutual. Security Mutual will be...
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton. And Alex, you got something on your mind. What is it?
Yeah, just an interesting thing here, Brooks. I think it's going to be a roughing call on Leeson at the end of that fight, giving a shot to Coachman. And the Black Bears are headed to the Henny Hart Seltzer power play.
So the fight major comes at 10:30, and that's going to be Solius and Coachman for the sides, and then Tate Leeson gets an extra 2 minutes at the 10:30 mark as well for a roughing. So a fight and a rough.
Which is a little ironic with the fighting, you know, Brooks. You get a roughing during a fight. Seems almost counterintuitive.
Yeah, now Samara with the puck. Henny Hart Seltzer power play for the Black Bears. Trying to connect on the back door. Yarwood made contact, but Rodrigue was in the right spot to make the save. Good opportunity for Cam Yarwood right there.
Yeah, an excellent job by Rodrigue. Yarwood got himself in a very winning position, and Rodrigue had to trap that one with his blocker against his chest, and it could have been a very, very sweet opportunity for the Black Bears as they win the face-off on the power play.
Yarwood tries to go around a little bit of a head fake. Don't see that too much in hockey. Cross-ice pass over for Samara, hops over his stick. Oliveri taps it right back over to Yarwood. Bumper position, fanned on by Yarwood on the return from Lopez. Yarwood tries to create some separation, gets it over to Oliveri. The righty comes in, low angle, shot blocked. Samaro is going to be the first man to it, and he reverses it back over for Yarwood. Good offensive zone time for Binghamton, centering out in front for Lopez, poked wide by the Texas native. Now the Philly guy, Oliveri, back over for Yarwood. Yarwood over for Oliveri, one-timer, up high rebound. Rodrigue made the save, still in play, backhander, puck sent wide of the net. What a sequence for the Black Bears, and Rodrigue standing on his head, keeping this a one-goal game. Yarwood shot wide of the target. Oliveri directing traffic. Yarwood with a lot of space, loads the cannon, faked about it. Oliveri a shot, they say no, off the crossbar. They say it didn't go in. They continue to play on. Samaro back over for Oliveri. Second opportunity. Hits the post again. It comes out of the zone. It's going to be a skate race. Anderson and Oliveri gets to the loose puck, floated back out. What a shift by that power play unit. Wild and Oliveri pushing and shoving, and a penalty's coming up. Here, both referees with the arms up in the air. Heinz Energy replay. Oliveri loading it up, catch it in slow motion. Might not be able to make out where the puck is.
I think it's just inside the post, Brooks.
Yeah, I see it in the blue paint. Referee's right there, and looks like we're going to have a couple of more penalties given out. Looks like Don Oliveri is headed to the penalty box, and if so, we're at 4-on-4. That ends the Black Bears' second power play. They are 0 for 2 on the night. Everybody looking for the right angle here on this one. Great work by our guys in the video room. Oliveri from Yarwood on the one-timer as the puck is put back in play. We are at 4-on-4.
Just the inside of the post, Brooks.
Yeah, just unlucky as Jake Schultz comes in. 12-11 time in the penalty for Don Oliveri, who gets 2 for roughing. Shot put wide, goes off the glass and boards. Schultz tried to get over to Kyle Powell, who was wide open. And Elmira starts their engine in a 1-goal game, 4-on-4, opening up the ice for both sides. Kirkby and Leeson. And Leeson centers up for Stevens. He was taken out of the slot by Tyler Jurich. And that pass will be intercepted. Jurich will throw this down the length of the ice as Elmira is now on the power play. Leeson's camped out at the line trying to catch a freebie. Centering up for Stevens, but a good back check by the Black Bears nullifies that scoring change. Mac Lewis tries to play it out of the zone. Held in by Noah Wild at the blue line. Pekarski comes in. Shot blocked by Walters. Elmira trying to pick up their pace here. They're getting outshot 32-9 over the halfway point in the second period. Power play opportunity for the Mammoth, trying to tie the game up at 2. Richards given pressure by Lewis. They work it down low for Leeson. Circling back. Surveys his options. Pekarski's calling for it at the top of the umbrella. He's got the cannon loaded. Instead, he decides to keep his finger off the trigger. Pass intercepted by Kyle Powell. 1-on-2, gets over the red line and will wisely, softly glide it down the length of the ice, taking more time for Elmira to chase after that puck. 6:10 left to go in the period. 20 seconds left to go in the Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill. Helinski's cross ice. Over for Stevens. Shot. Joseph made the blocker save. And now Richards steers it back in for McGuire. Oliveri up and ready. 5 seconds left to go. Shot put on, deflected into the glove, and it's a big save for Taylor Joseph, as Oliveri has 1 second left to go in the Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill.
And Brooks, if the Black Bears can win this draw, this is an incredibly dangerous play for the Elmira Mammoth. Black Bears win this draw, you can get that Hail Mary pass to Don Oliveri. Don Oliveri is one of the better stick handles on this Black Bears team. Really good if you can get him one-on-one with a keeper.
5:49 left to go. Don Oliveri has returned. Elmira power play now 0 for 2 on the night, and Oliveri with a beautiful back check as soon as he returned to the ice, and now he skates away. Oliveri with a shot wide, follows up the rebound. Nobody home for Binghamton as the Mammoth skate away. Helinski's coming in against Powell, tries to drag around. Shot put wide on the short side, a little high as well. Now Lopez and Helinski's fighting for it. Lopez is able to steer it in down low. Boy, Lar couldn't get a clean pass on it. Now Elmira trying to center up, but Anderson and McGuire go off on a line change. Powell all the way up for Lopez. Lopez tries to get around Martia, and Martia can only separate him from the puck temporarily. Backhand stuff chance from Thompson. Can't connect. And the visitors down I-86 come in. Off the boards, took a lucky Elmira bounce. I believe off the Illuminations dasher. Now Lopez tries to go for the home run pass in stride for Thompson, but he's off sides. This will come all the way back into the Binghamton zone on the other side of this timeout. More to come on Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton.
Look up on the video boards. If it's you, you're the winner. And you get a great prize pack from Paul Battisti at Battisti Law Offices. Hey, keep cool by listening to Cool 106.7.
Prepare your flavored lip balm. It's time for the Triple Cities Family Dental Escape. Pucker up. How about you guys? Popcorn flavored kiss with extra butter. Yes. How about you guys? There you go. And you two, bring it on in. Yeah. She doesn't want it, but he's gonna go in. Yes. Yeah, buddy. Romance all the way. You guys, take the pass, right? Check this. And now you wanna. Oh, I can't believe all the students kissing each other in the hockey game. Why do we have to do that? Because, there you go. Let's go Black Bears!
Schultz will play it over for Powell. Back out into the neutral zone. Richards plays it in. Thought Elmira was offside. Linesman says they are good. Now Jurich had it stolen away from Richards. Shot put on into the glove of Taylor Joseph, and he will elect to play it. Kirkby stands out. Partial breakaway on the forehand, blocked away by Rodriguez. Hudmore to the loose puck. Now it's Elmira's turn to try to clear it out of his own. Hamilton cannot do so. Yates sends it in down to the ice on the reverse hit. Now, from his knees out in front, could be the goal. Oh no, Tyler Jurich looked up to the heavens. He doesn't believe it. That would have been the goal of the year for the Black Bears. Yates down from his knees to Jurich out in front, tried to outweight the goaltender and send it just high at the last second. My, oh my, what a sequence. More coming for the Black Bears. Kirkby down the right wing side. Over for Yates. Low angle shot. I believe that went off the mask of Rodriguez. We play on. Helmet stays on as well. Stevens floats it back out into neutral ice. Where Powell will retreat after it. Off the boards indirectly for Jurich, but read by Cudmore. As Pekarsky will come on to take his spot. Jurich camped out at the blue line. We're in the final minutes of period number 2. And now the forwards will change for Coach Sherwood's club. Yates gets around Stevens and Leeson as well. Gavin Yates looking like a one-man wrecking crew. Finally gives it up to Lewis. Looking for the return feed. And Coach just wide. Samero holding the blue line while the defense is changing for the Black Bears. Causes a 4-man pile up. Yarwood inside the blue line. Throws a shot on goal, and Rodriguez makes the save with 2:47 remaining. 37th shot of the night for the Black Bears.
Season ticket holders, playoff tickets are now on sale. You can save up to 15% off when you sign up for our Pay As We Play plan. Visit the Black Bears office or give us a call at 607-722-7367.
Put into the corner by Josh Newberg. Back over to the point for Walters. Shot off the boards. Didn't get a clean look at that one. Probably off the heel of the stick right there. Lucky that it's still intact. Goes back out into the neutral zone. No icing as Leeson's first man to it. Leeson throws on the brakes, waits for Pekarsky to get into the zone. Pekarsky through the face-off dot. Tipped in. I think that went off the side of the goal. Stuffed chance. Poked wide by McGuire. Pekarsky again with it, trying to find the band in the bumper position. McGuire going to be met with defense from the Black Bears, and now McGuire holds it in. Good skating ability from 78. In black, and Joseph now will hold on to it as Leeson and Lewis get acquainted with each other. 2 minutes left to go here exactly. In the second period. Apologies for everybody on the YouTube side of things. Didn't hear anything running through. A little bit of a mute problem. Had to unplug the switch and plug it back in as a cord dropped down through our cubby hole. up here in the Jeff Kaz Auto Sales broadcast booth, but we should be back up and running. Apologies again for that. Face-off won by Lopez onto the stick of Oliveri, but as Oliveri was trying to clear the zone, it's stolen away by Elmira and kept in once again. Now Richards on his forehand right wing side, backhands one, and Joseph will trap it against his chest. Hold on, Elmira doing a much better job this period of throwing some shots on goal. After they had 6 in the first period, they're now up to 14.
Well, and Brooks, all of those have come very recently. Up until a certain point, the Black Bears were almost out shooting the Mammoths. Oh, they were shooting them over 3-1.
Face-off held in by Elmira as Helinski's skating through the bumper. Tried to be stripped away by Oliveri. He'd already started flying the zone. And now the Black Bears can skate away 3-on-2 if they hurry. Oliveri crossing over the line, and it's going to be stripped away. Now Wild coming back the other way with Helinski's. Helinski's tries to drag it around Coachman. He misses wide of the target, and Lopez will clear it out of the zone. Schmidt in front of the Black Bears bench will touch up with the puck. No icing. Binghamton free to change as Coachman will do so. Jake Schultz to come on to take his spot. 60 seconds left to go here in the period. Excellent play by Oliveri, picking the pocket of Solis, coming into the slot, wrist shot, and he poked it wide, out in front. Rebound still available. Powell will slap pass, looking for Lopez, goes off the boards, and now Elmira's turn to go the other way. Stevens and Helinski's are off sides as Helinski's was a fraction early into the offensive side.
And you could see the disappointment in himself there. He really thought he was going to take it. He thought he had a great goal-scoring opportunity as Jake Schultz gets caught a little flat-foot in the defensive zone, and Oliveri gives it with a turnover like that. You get normally a head start when you're a defensive player because you got your eyes on the puck.
When we get the chance for our friends in the video room, if we can see that Don Oliveri last shot on goal, if we get another stoppage here, as that puck will hop off the boards a little funky, Joseph will steer it over for Kyle Powell. And now it's back out into neutral ice. Jurich plays it up to himself. He's off sides as he touches up, so 31.5 seconds left to go. Oliveri that close in between the hash marks. I thought that was going to be sure a goal. I think I might have gotten poked away at the last second.
And the thing that was interesting about that is Oliveri was looking to distribute the puck, and both the Mammoth defenders went to his passes. So he's like, you know what, I'm going to just drop it off.
Got half a minute left to go here in the second period. Black Bears lead 2-1. Face-off push back by Stevens against Yates. Elmira trying to start their engine. Leeson tries to enter the zone with it. Instead, Solis will have to collect the loose change and do so. Now Stevens in the slot, blocked by Schultz, held in by Cudmore. 15 seconds left to go. Leeson centers up, hops the stick of Solis, and now Tyler Jurich starts his engine over for Tyson Kirkby. Final push for the Black Bears. 5 seconds left. One-timer rebound. Fanned on by Yates. Jurich with a great shot. Probably shooting to score, worked out shooting for a rebound, and Yates had it right on his tape. Couldn't get the one-timer on the return feed before the horn sounded, and Elmira dodges a bullet in the dying seconds.
Just at the last second gets up underneath him, Brooks. Watching the Heinz Energy replay, just can't get his stick on it.
We're gonna get ready for another Excite Motorsports intermission report. We're taking a look at scoreboard, the Binghamton Hockey Booster Club highlight, all that and more with the Columbia Mutual Life stat sheet after this on Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton.
What's up, everybody? Another awesome period by your Black Bears, up 2-1. Let's hear it. Score like that, it's good to be back. All right, everybody, we've got the quads tonight, so you know the drill. You got to get it right.
Season ticket holders, playoff tickets are now on sale. You can save up to 15% off when you sign up for our Pay As We Play plan. Visit the Black Bears office or give us a call at 607-722-7367. The Binghamton Black Bears are hosting First Responders Night on Saturday, April 1st. It is a day full of hockey. The Binghamton Police and Fire Department will kick off the day with the annual Hart Cup game at 3:30 p.m. inside Vision Veterans Memorial Arena, followed by the Binghamton Black Bears taking on the Columbus River Dragons at 7 p.m. The Black Bears will be wearing specialty First Responders jerseys to pay tribute to the men and women who keep us safe, and there will be a post-game jersey auction to raise money for the American Heart Association immediately following the game. You can come to both games for just $15, and each ticket sold will be benefiting the American Heart Association as well. Tickets can be purchased by calling the office at 607-722-7367 or at binghamtonblackbears.com. The Binghamton Black Bears are once again hosting Sock Out Cancer Night coming up on March 31st, presented by Security Mutual. Security Mutual will be tabling on the concourse raising money for Sock Out Cancer while the game is taking place. The Black Bears on the ice will be wearing specialty Sock Out Cancer jerseys for the first time this year, and they will be auctioned off live following the game. Auction proceeds will be benefiting the Sock Out Cancer Foundation, and tickets can be purchased by calling 607-722-7367 or visiting binghamtonblackbears.com. Fans, the Black Bears are at home on Sunday, March 19th at 2 p.m. against the Watertown Wolves. This is the makeup game from the December 23rd night due to inclement weather. If you have a ticket stub from the December 23rd game, it is still valid to get you inside the gates. If you need to purchase additional tickets or have any questions, you can call the office at 607. Black Bear fans, it's now time for the Bricks Barber Company Clip of the Week. Possession alive. Powell, down low, back over to Ivosky. Powell loads it up for Boilar. One-timer, he scores! Back to Boilar, a power play goal. Penny Hard Seltzer getting their money's worth on the sponsorship tonight, and the Black Bears have the lead. Bricks Barber Company located in the number 5 Commons at 41 South Washington Street right here in downtown Binghamton. Give them a visit today.
If you're looking to install a beautiful, durable, and handcrafted countertop, call Alice James Construction. The Southern Tier's most trusted stone fabrication will design and install your dream countertop and let you choose from a premium selection of natural stones like marble, granite, or quartzite. Stone or granite countertops starting as low as $35 per square foot installed. Schedule your free quote and receive a free sink with your countertop project. Call 607-275-5495.
You make me think of good things.
Good things.
Like calming tempers down.
Good things.
And passing them around.
So stand up and cheer. Well, that's good beer.
Good things. Share a good-natured Canadian Pilsner.
Are you looking for a new place to live? Lofts at JC is the official housing partner of the Binghamton Black Bears and the only luxury housing provider offering both 2 and 3 bedroom units, fully furnished for a modern living lifestyle. Lofts at JC is centrally located in the heart of the Tri-Cities area, located at 128 Grand Avenue in Johnson City. Housing applications are accepted online at loftsatjc.com. Once again, that's loftsatjc.com.
Magic 1017.
Best radio station. Keeps getting better.
Better music selection.
Best ever. Makes me feel better.
Number 1 for music and fun.
It's like the best ever.
Magic 1017. 100% local.
A wreck is a wreck. An arrest is an arrest. Alcohol, cough syrup, painkillers, sleeping pills. It doesn't matter. Impaired is impaired, and it will be prosecuted. Going out tonight? Your local police will be out too. Don't drive. Get a ride. Brought to you by your New York State Stop DWI program.
Into the slot, and Kirby scores on the one-timer.
You do not want to miss 1 minute of Binghamton Black Bear action this upcoming season. With individual game tickets as low as $10 and outstanding group rates, there is no reason to wait to get your tickets to book your group. Call 607-722-7367 or check us out online at binghamtonblackbears.com.
Don't settle for less. Ask for American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. American Standard, built to a higher standard.
Fans, the Black Bears are at home on Sunday, March 19th at 2 p.m. against the Watertown Wolves. This is the makeup game from the December 23rd night due to inclement weather. If you have a ticket stub from the December 23rd game, it is still valid to get you inside the gates. If you need to purchase additional tickets or have any questions, you can call the office at 607-722-7367.
As the puck below the net, centering pass in front, they score! 4-3 final.
Big one, boys. Who's got the suds?
No, boys, we got something better. What do we got? Jersey, bring us the Hennies. Yeah!
All right, I got the Hennies.
Got the Hennies, fellas.
Start passing these out, eh?
Ah, look at this bad boy.
Cheers, baby. Win like that calls for a real celebration.
Henny's craft made hard seltzer.
If you're gonna win, win with a Henny.
Are you kidding me? Bourbon flavor?
Time to wrap up our homecoming in the third period with your Binghamton Black
I wasn't talking. Welcome back to Fox Sports 1430. Perfect timing as we're coming back from commercial to tell you about American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. They're the proud sponsor of the third period between the Black Bears and the Mammoth, and they are built to a higher standard. Face-off is pushed back into the Binghamton zone, and the Black Bears will try to extend their one-goal contest here at home. And you know, something that Coach Sherwood's been talking about over the last couple of weeks, and he says Binghamton really hasn't done the best of winning some close games. Right now they're in a one-goal game. Nifty move from Gavin Yates, but no shot will come of it the other way. But Alex, in one-goal games like this, you think it's better for the Black Bears to stay in close games, like to almost simulate what they're going to see down the stretch, or to try to just go ahead and put up as many as they can?
I think it's better to try to put up as many as you can, because you don't allow the opposing team to get a lucky bounce that ends up in the back of your net and either losing you the game or tying the game up and sending it to overtime where it's just one goal. That's all somebody needs to win. I think you got to put them away. It's sort of like a injured animal. You got to step on the throat, as it were, and put them out of their misery.
Leeson coming the other way. Her rapid into the far side corner. Schultz will try to play it out of the zone. Touched off the hand. And I don't think any of the officials caught that one. And Kyle Powell now playing it back out to the blue line. Held in by Oliveri. On the back end, out in front for Lopez, a one-timer. That's swallowed up by Rodrigue.
Yeah, I don't think Rodrigue thought Oliveri was going to shoot that one at all during that entire play. Really slammed down the post on the side that Chad Lopez was on.
A minute 20 gone in the third period. Lopez, Thompson, and Oliveri, the forwards, and Leeson picks it up on his stick, almost lacrosse style, just to throw the puck out of the zone. Leeson goes between his legs, but poked away by Powell. Nifty play by the forward from Elmira, but fundamental play from the veteran defenseman. Thompson tries a stretch pass over for Oliveri, a little bit too far out in front. Lopez getting to a loose puck, though. Lost a tire on the way through, but gets back up to his feet. Now Thompson. Oliveri play catch down low. Oliveri tries to center up. Nobody home for the Black Bears as it gets back into the middle third of the ice. Schultz dumps it in. Cross ice, one hops over to the boards, and Cudmore will reverse it. First man there, guess who? Don Oliveri. Tries to start a cycle for the Black Bears offensively. Lewis giving pressure on the forecheck, and Jelinski's will just reverse it over to Cudmore, and Elmira's having a very hard time getting the puck out of their zone. Takeaway for Josh Newberg. Samero scores, cashing in his first goal at home as a Black Bear, second as a professional hockey player. And that forecheck, Alex, just proving too hard to handle for Elmira, and it leads to a turnover and a Binghamton goal.
Yeah, Justin Sameros proves over and over again, when you put yourself in a good position, you are going to get goals in the back of the net. Samaro gets into a great defensive position, eating up halfway between the circles, looking for any cross ice passes. Gets one on his stick, buries in the back of net for his second career professional goal.
Justin Samaro scores his second of the season. And now Helenkies tries to go the other way. Josh Newberg, who started the night as the extra forward, getting some points here tonight. It's an even strength goal for the Black Bears, all three coming at even strength. And now the Black Bears have the first goal of the third period as they ice the puck, and they have 3 straight goals as well.
And just an excellent job, Brooks, by the entire forecheck. You saw this line getting after the Mammoths in their own end, forcing them to make some bad plays. Mac Lewis was the first one in, really buzzing around the back of that, causing a lot of back and forth play, and it ends up on the stick. Justin Samaro, back of the net, goal.
Yeah, great forechecking by that line of Lewis and Newberg. Samaro, like you said, Alex, right at the hash mark. I don't even think the puck was settled. He just fired a one-timer and got it past Rodriguez. And sometimes you just got to get one past a hot goaltender. Rodriguez played great tonight. Don't let that take anything away, as a slap shot from Schmidt is wide of the target. He's seen 40 shots so far, and he saved 37 of them, and we still have 16:50 left to go. Now the goal scorer, Samaro, plays it out for Lewis into the neutral zone, and Lewis at the end of his shift will try to bump the puck down low. Penalty's going to come up against Lewis. He's going to be headed to the penalty box. A little bit undisciplined from Lewis right there, as he sent a man down to the ice as he was getting off. So Elmira will be back on the power.
Yep. Leeson came in, gave him a little shot in front of the net, but the thing you always hear from youth coaches echo is it's not going to be the first guy who does it, it's going to be the guy who retaliates.
Yeah, delayed penalty sequence, 6 attackers out there for Elmira. Leeson leaving it for Richards, now down low outside the trapezoid, tries a stuff chance. Might have rolled off his stick, still in play. Elmira still in control of the puck. Cudmore. No, excuse me, that's Martia all over the way over for Stevens, toe dragging around Walters. He misses the net, and penalty coming up. It'll be Mac Lewis, probably for roughing or interference. Nope, they call it cross check. So how about that? 4:05, time of the penalty of the third period. And it's Binghamton's Mac Lewis guilty of the cross check, and Elmira's power play back out on the ice.
It'll be interesting to see, Brooks. It was behind the play enough where I don't think the cameras are going to have a good angle on it. I thought it was going to be more of a roughing. I didn't think Mac Lewis got his stick across the body. But you know what? It's just one of those penalties you can't take.
Face off, put on goal, and Joseph has to steer it into the corner. Samaro will play it off the glass and back out into the neutral zone. It's another Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill. They are a full-service specialty contracting company specializing in paving and concrete.
And the Heinz Energy replay, Brooks, has me corrected. Pretty clear cross-check on Mac Lewis.
Yeah, Samaro will steal that puck and try to just backhand it a little bit further into the Elmira zone. Seconds come off the clock, both on the time clock and on the penalty clock as well. 15:15 left to go. Leeson skating in, circling around Newberg, and finds Stevens just inside the blue line. Now Richards loading it up. I believe that is Solius. It is coming into the slot. Shot put on. Joseph fights for the rebound near the top of the crease, and he will melt it down.
And what seems to be, as we head into a break, Brooks, what seems to be the current power play strategy for the Mammoths is force the Black Bears into getting a switch in the defender on that bumper side, and then drag that bumper guy all the way across, either making them switch a forward and a defender or causing the defender to drag all the way across, which sets a pretty nasty screen on the keeper.
Take a timeout, come back with more. A minute left to go in this power play for Elmira after this timeout on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
This T-shirt toss was brought to you by American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning. Don't settle for less. Ask for American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning, built to a higher standard. Did you miss your puck during tonight's Chuckle Puck? If so, scan the QR code on the screen for a second chance to be entered to win the CF Moto ATV from Excite Motorsports.
Smile Line for Daily Dental. Smile Care.
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton. A minute 3 left to go in the Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill as Mac Lewis is guilty of the cross-checking at the 4:03 mark of the period. Josh Newberg set to take this defensive zone face-off. He's paired up with Justin Samero. Boyd Lahr and Coachman, the blue liners, on this man-down unit. Boyd Lahr to the loose puck. Face-off won by Newberg over to his defenseman. And they're glided down the length of the ice. Now McGuire and Boyd Lahr, a couple of words for each other as they were getting back in the zone. One-touch pass up at the halfway line. And Anderson couldn't hang on to it. Samero takes a little bit of a bump from Jim Jensen. Scored a goal last night. And Boyd Lahr with a little bit of a shove on McGuire coming down the length of the ice. And goaltender Rodrigue the other way almost turned it over to Samero. Yates will hold it in. Black Bears trying to generate a little bit of offense shorthanded, but if anything, it takes more time off that penalty clock. 14:10 left to go here.
15 left in the penalty, Brooks.
Yep. Mac Lewis is already up and ready. Joseph comes out of his net, plays it all the way around the boards. Can he hit Kirkby in stride? He does. And Mac Lewis is set to return. And Elmira goes 0 for 3 on the power play so far tonight. Now Solius comes in, skates through a couple of weak sticks from Kirkby and Lewis. Elmira holds the puck in at the blue line. Powell tries to chop it off the glass instead. Helinskis plays it down low for Solius. Now Schultz throwing some bodies around. Martia lost it, gets in the way of Kirkby, but Mac Lewis offensively coming in, drops it back for Yates. Kirkby shot in a blocker save made by Rodrigue. He was waiting for the goaltender to slide over on the pass, but Rodrigue was able to recover on the blocker save. Schultz tried to go to his defensive partner. Helinkis comes in alone. Save made by Joseph. That's a big one. If you know, you know. 13:10 left to go as Elmira ices the puck. A big save from Taylor Joseph to keep this game at a 2-goal advantage.
Yeah, 100% Brooks. An excellent job by Taylor Joseph there, really slamming the door shut as the Elmira forward had a very, very good shot at that puck. Powell caught a little behind as well as Schultz trying to catch up. Yolensi just came in with that fast skate and was shut down by Taylor Joseph.
Take a look at this Heinz Energy replay, and Joseph holding the post, making the save, and a low angle shot from Leeson is off the chest of Joseph. Centering pass for Stevens, unattainable. Turnaround shot. That one's blockered away, stays in play. Good blocker save made by Joseph right there. Puck floated back out into the neutral zone. Elmira quickly gets it out of their zone. Teams fighting for control of a loose puck right now as Gavin Yates comes up with the puck. 1-on-2. Couldn't get a clean handle on it. Kirkby just inside the blue line will do so. Working it down low for Jurich. Jurich separated from the puck. Black Bears now up to 49 shots on goal, and a heavy hit laid on by Gavin Yates. Oh my, oh my. Now Tyler Jurich coming in. Puck still in play. Powell will just chop it ahead as Binghamton was in the process of a line change. While all the commotion was going on throughout the arena, Walters plays it back up to the line for Powell. Slap it into the opposite corner where Lopez is waiting for it. Lopez's one-timer. Wide of the target on the short side. Thompson tried to play it in down low. And now Oliveri gets on the forecheck, and forechecking is what led to the last Black Bears goal, so it's nice to see this line for Coach Sherwood's club doing the same thing. Now Lopez coming in. On the backhand, power move out in front through the blue paint and out after Rodrigue made the initial save. Thompson off the boards for Walters, looking for a tip. Knocked down by Oliveri instead. Friendly fire. Back up to the blue line. Off the boards, riding the wall all the way for Oliveri on the left wing side. Oliveri comes in, down low. Thompson stuff chance, hack and whack time. Oliveri goes off the back of the net. Back up to Yarwood. Yarwood plays catch with Walters. And now Walters goes around the wall again as Thompson's taking down. No call, we play on. Oliveri turnaround block. by Pekarski out in front, and Hamilton does get the puck out of the neutral zone. Yarwood steers it back over into the Elmira side. Elmira can change some of their defense, and Binghamton keeping all 5 bodies out on the ice. Walters now coming in. Chops it in near side. He's going to follow it up, and he lays a hit on Cudmore. Oliveri holding the line. Skating in. Backhander is going to be blocked. And Stevens coming with McGuire, 2-on-2. Late developing 3-on-2. Shot as Walters is taken down out in front. Looks at the referee, doesn't believe his eyes that he didn't get a call. Puck still in play. Newberg tries to center up, and now the whistle is going to be blown. And it looks like Walters is going to get called here for an unsportsmanlike conduct.
I mean, Walters has a case there. He got yanked down in front of the net, right in front of the official who was literally looking at it, and just a blatant no call. But can't lose your cool in that sense, in that moment right there. 10:20 left in the third period. You're up 2 goals. You just can't lose your cool like that.
Let's see if our friends in the video room got the Heinz Energy replay on what started all the commotion, as Walters was taken down in front of the net. And then he had some words for the officials as they go through. Elmira's going to call their timeout with 10:20 left to go here in the period. The boos and jeers will rain down, and the Black Bears are headed to a Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill once again. Time in the penalty, 9:40. Third period action. Walters on the unsportsmanlike conduct call gives Elmira their 4th power play of the night. So we keep it right here. Don't know what happened that sent Walters to the ground. All I saw was Walters laying on the ground looking at the referee and an Elmira player standing over top.
To me, Brooks, I saw it out of the peripheral. It looked like Walters had position on the inside and got twisted down to the ground by the Elmira forward, and then got up reasonably angry for getting yanked down to the ground like that, because that is a dangerous thing where if you get your leg twisted up, it can be a season-ending injury. So it'll be interesting to see, you know, Walters loses his cool. It'll be interesting to see if Elmira keeps that same strategy going this power play.
Back up to the point for Solis. Slaps it off the wall for Stevens, and now Elmira, after their timeout, and that puck will hop the stick of, I believe, a couple of players and deflect it into the netting.
I think that one should be coming out of the zone, Brooks. It was on the stick of the Elmira forward and literally just lifted it into the net.
All right, so there's where it goes. McGuire pushing down Walters. It's going to be on the right side of your screen, out in front.
I'm guessing Walters was mad because if you look at McGuire's foot, it's behind his skate there, and essentially he's getting dumped over backwards of his skate.
Yeah, thanks to our friends in the video room for getting that back up. That clears up a little bit of the picture for everybody watching back at home on YouTube, on your phone, tablet, smart TV.
Really anything that has internet access, even your fridge.
Yeah. Somebody sent us a picture of watching a Black Bears game on a fridge, and we'll send you free tickets. That's a guarantee. Black Bears up by 2, 1:35 left to go in this Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill for Binghamton. Solis skating across all 3 lines. Back checked by Lewis. Stevens a shot as he's put down to the ices wide of Joseph's net. 20 shots now on the night for Elmira. Solis over for Stevens as he's getting back up on his feet. Stevens now on top of the umbrella, throwing a shot on goal. And Boilar clearing the crease with a little bit of a late shove, but looks like cooler heads are going to prevail this time. Take a media timeout, come back with more. 9:26 left to go in the final period of tonight's contest. Back with you on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
Morgan Jellett, 19. Jeremiah Warmoth is 19. Happy birthday, Noah Morris, who's 10. Ashley Adams, who's 35-ish. Brianna Cobb, 21. And a big happy birthday to Darren Hall, who's 34. Happy birthday from the Black Bears.
And welcome back, folks. Alex Jones here, coming back out of the break. It's an interesting dynamic that's been going on here, Brooks. We've noticed through this game, the Black Bears seem to be giving up some of those lose your cool penalties. It'll be interesting to see if this comes back to bite them as we wrap up this game.
Black Bears have the only goal this period. It belongs to Justin Samero at even strength. Josh Newberg stole the puck away on the forecheck, doing an excellent job. And setting up Samero for his second of his Black Bears career. 2 goals and 2 gains for Justin Samero. Face-off one back. Pekarski pinching in from his defensive blue line. Takes a rough ride from Jake Schultz, and another shot that rings off the post from McGuire.
I think Pekarski expected that one, Brooks, and just dropped as Schultz went for the hit.
Shot put wide of the target, and then Helenkis will just put it out into neutral zone, vacating the blue line. Nobody was there for Elmira. They touch up and re-enter.
Interesting here, Brooks. Tyson Kirkby on the defense.
Yeah, they've done that a couple times here recently with 3 forwards out on a penalty kill. Something that you don't see every day, but Pekarski's at the top of the umbrella. One-timer. Another shot rings off the post for Elmira. I don't think I've been a part of a game this year that's hit too many posts. Pekarski keeps the puck in after Joseph made another save. 15 seconds left to go in the power play for Elmira. They've been oh so close. Jensen over to Helenkis. Helenkis, slap shot tipped wide of the target. Pekarski giving a shove. Penalty time is up. Puck is available in the blue slot. They try to find Walters coming out of the box. Instead, Kirkby skates away. Tyson Kirkby, one-on-one. Power move, tries the stuff chance. Rodrigue will just cover it up as he was doing a good job hugging the post. And the Black Bears kill off another Elmira power play as the Mammoth fall to 0 for 4 on the night.
And I think we'll probably have to confirm this with Coach Sherwood. With JT Walters in the box, you feel comfortable with having those 3 forwards out there, because you know as soon as that penalty ends, Walters is coming out of the box and you can immediately shift into an offensive zone attack.
Now that's a good heads-up observation there, Alex. Have to maybe pick his brain after this game or maybe early tomorrow. We got a false start on the penalty, or excuse me, on the face-off.
Stevens and Yates joking around a little bit there, Brooks. They both thought it was a good, clean face-off, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and since Tyson Kirby was out there so long on that penalty kill, Don Oliveira is going to take his spot for this shift on that top line with Tyler Jurich and Gavin Yates. Tyler Jurich still searching for his first point in return. See if he can get one here. Now Oliveira over to Jurich. Low angle shot rings off the side of the net. Premature on the red light there from the goal judge. Behind, back over to Oliveira though, comes in, thought about it. Jurich was calling for it, and you saw the team slide to Tyler Jurich already out in front, near the goal line, stays out. Jurich thought he had it. He doesn't believe it. That's the right call. The red light didn't come on. That puck was not in the net, folks. They're going to boo about it, but Tyler Jurich is going to have to wait a little bit longer.
Just a really unlucky one there for Jurich. If that has a little more steam on it, it's in the back of the net.
Jurich run into by Lambert, doesn't know that the puck's right behind him. And here get off on a line change. So close to getting his return goal here after being out for a month and a half, but oh so close. Hockey, a game of inches, and that puck did not go in. And now Mac Lewis skating in. Plays it back to the blue line for Yarwood. Tipped high by Austin Thompson into the net and out of play with 6:50 left to go in the third period.
I'll tell you what, Brooks, these two teams are treating the fans in attendance and watching at home to a ton of action. Jurich gets the puck right out in front of the net, sneaks underneath the blocker, and it just needs half an inch more. And Elmira is able to get in there with their stick and punch it out. That's a no goal. It's got to be all the way across the red line. That is the rule on it. You got to be able to see white, and there was no white in between those.
No, right on the red line as Walters puts a shot through a screen on. Lewis on the backhand plays it right back up for the long-haired Californian. And now comes out of the zone as Binghamton can't connect with it. Hamilton takes a hit from Mac Lewis. But now Wild gets to a loose puck, tries to throw it through Yarwood through a screen. And Joseph makes a second chance opportunity save on that one. Lopez down on a knee, took a little bit of an awkward hit from Lance Hamilton. But Binghamton has control of the puck in their own zone. 6:10 left to go. Walters stretch pass for Lopez. Binghamton will nullify the icing as Thompson was the first man in. Rodriguez has to come out to play it. And this puck will be thrown down the length of the ice. The linesman says no, never made it there. Concur stretch pass this time with Tyson Kirkby out in front, and it's another icing against Tyson Kirkby for the second time tonight. He doesn't believe it.
And again, I got to agree with Kirkby there. Just judging it, he was the first one, the line closest one to the puck. I think they're calling tie goes to the defender here, so that way you don't get guys crashing into the boards, which used to be the norm. Eric Lindros comes to mind with that, player safety wise.
Taking another look at it on the Heinz Energy replay, the puck stays out.
An excellent job there by the Elmira Mammoth defense.
One-timer poked wide by Anderson. Dalton Anderson with a couple of good shots tonight in the contest, but doesn't have a point to show for it. And now Powell gets around Halinkes, and Halinkes left behind on the back check. Linesman inadvertently got in the way there, and Powell talking with the linesman a little bit. Kind of ended his offensive push. Now it's in the neutral zone near the center line. Jensen plays it off the glass, held in by Kirkby, paw down. He's got a man coming down the opposite side. Shot in a head save by Rodriguez. Oh my.
Talk about soccer style, Brooks.
Oh yeah, wow. I don't think I've seen a goalie deliberately move his head to make a save.
No, specifically since there's been some serious cases where some guys' careers have ended from taking those shots. The one that comes to mind is Mike Richter of the New York Rangers. Got his helmet literally split in two by a slap shot. That one ended his career.
Face-off one back by Elmira, and Schmidt tries to play it. Gavin Yates will block the shot. Oliveri takes a stick up high. Doesn't believe it, and Oliveri has to touch up on the delayed offsides. We'll see what's going to happen here. Final 5 minutes left to go. Black Bears lead by 2. Plenty of time for Elmira, but they need to go ahead and think about starting some offensive zone time. Solius coming in. Sealed off by Boilar, but Leeson's there to pick it up. Leeson takes a shove. Overskated by Coachman. Down low. One touch for Stevens. Finds his edge back up to the point for Lambert. Lambert shot from the point, blockered away at the top of the crease by Joseph. Now Yates and Solius tie for it. Oliveri tries to get it out of the zone. It's going to be poked away. Coachman and Stevens down low fighting for it. Coachman throws Stevens down to the ice, and penalty coming up against Justin Coachman, going to be guilty of a hold.
You got that offhand, Brooks. I don't agree with the call. Being this close, it didn't look like he yanked Stevens down. It looks like Stevens kind of embellished it a little bit. However, anytime an official sees that outside hand around and a guy spin around, they got to call it, because that's the rule as written. What that play is just illegal.
Taking media timeout. Elmira is on the power play when we come back down by 2 with 4:15 left to go on Fox Sports 1430 Binghamton.
Sunday, March 19th at 2 p.m. against the Watertown Wolves. This is the makeup game from the December 23rd night due to inclement weather. If you have a ticket stub from the December 23rd game, it is still valid to get you inside the gates. If you need to purchase additional tickets...
It's time for the Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill.
Welcome back to Fox Sports 1430 in Binghamton, going down the stretch here. It's a good return back home for the Black Bears, Alex. It's been an exciting game. It's a 2-goal contest with Elmira going on the power play right here in the final 4 minutes and change.
Yeah, 4:14 left. Over a little under half of that is going to be spent on the power play. If it meets its full fruition for the Mammoth, you have to wonder here if Coach Levac, if he gets into this power play a little bit, has to think about pulling the keeper. Now, I know that's a little bit tough because of the no icing, but it does give you the 6-on-4 advantage.
Justin Coachman gets 2 for holding at 15:46. His second penalty of the game. The other was a fighting major. And now Elmira trying to cut the lead in half. They're down by 2, trying to make it 1. First 20 seconds, no shot put on by Elmira. They're looking for the right lane. Solius throws it through traffic, and Joseph made the save. Newberg to the loose puck, and he cleanly backhands it out of the zone in 1 try. Binghamton now will change 3 out of the 4. And it looks like Mathieu Boilard was getting ready to get off, but instead Elmira comes back the other way. Solius leaving it back. Richards stick handling in a phone booth, a one-timer, and Joseph with another dazzling save. Big, timely save from the Alberta native.
And I think Richards was hoping for a trip there to get on the 5-on-3 for an extended period of time. Didn't get the call he wanted. Gave a little wry smile to the official. An excellent save there by Taylor Joseph to usher that puck, making sure it gets into the net and allowing the Black Bears to get a full change.
Samara will take that face off. And he will lose it. Elmira to the loose puck, stays on the forecheck, bumps Richards right off the puck onto the tape of Jake Schultz. Binghamton gets it out of the zone, but Schultz loses the edge. Tries to get back up as quickly as he can. Even with that long reach, though, couldn't make up that ground.
But it harmlessly went in the corner. His defender also, ironically, took a little bit of a tumble there.
Samaro giving pressure here on the Northeastern Striping Corporation penalty kill as Leeson crosses over the blue line. Leeson backhands it over for Stevens. Stevens top of the umbrella looking for a tip. Poked just wide by Richards. That's a great tip from Richards, just a hair wide. Held in though by Stevens on the clearing attempt. Binghamton couldn't get it out yet. Stevens' shot's blocked. Never made it to the cage. And now Richards fighting for it across the boards up to the blue line for Solius. Solius for the goal line. Leeson making his way into the faceoff dot. Throws it on target. Joseph makes the body save and puts his glove on top of it with 6 seconds left to go to Justin Coachman's minor.
Yeah, and it'll be interesting to see what group comes out here. Looks like Oliveri, Lopez, Powell, and Boilar not bringing that extra forward out there to be able to jump right into the draw. 6 seconds left on Coachman's penalty. Black Bears so far have done an excellent job containing the power play of the Mammoths. However, with Leeson out there, you never can count this team out. I think they're going to set up some sort of set play to get Leeson on the backside of the doorstep.
Yeah, Pekarski plays it in down low,
empty
and also,
well,
yep, net's empty. Beat me to it. Oliveri giving chase to Jensen. Coachman has returned. Elmira power play 0 for 5 on the night. Lopez coming in, and it's blocked by Pekarski. Lopez fighting for it behind the net. McGuire over to the loose puck. They go the other way. McGuire over to Leeson. Leeson into, oh, I thought that was caught by Joseph. Off the boards instead, blocked on the way through. Boilar with a heavy hit. Trying to getting out of the zone. Jurich will poke it forward. Jensen back in. This is delayed offsides against Elmira. And Joseph tries to send it down the length of the ice. It's off a glove, and it's going to be poked wide. Lopez first to it, no icing. Jurich is there, and Tyler Jurich gets the return goal. It's an empty netter. It's the Burger King burger goal as well with 91 seconds left to go. These hungry fans are going home happy.
And Brooks 3-4-3 on predictions this weekend. Don Oliveri goal, Tyler Jurich goal, and Princeton winning their first 2 matchups. My pick for the Cinderella of this NCAA tournament. So excited for Tyler Jurich getting a goal in his first game back. 4-1 Mammoths with 1:31 left. I wonder if Lopez kind of thought, you know what, I'm going to throw it back to Jurich, let him get this goal.
Well, you had to chase after it behind the net, and maybe he thought that Elmira defender would do exactly that and try to protect, and Jurich was going to be coming in. Here's Frank Perney with the goal call. gets the Burger King burger goal as the Black Bears continue to play on. They're up by 3. Alex, it's 4 straight goals for the Black Bears, and Elmira scored 2 minutes and 30 seconds into the contest.
100%, Brooks. An offensive explosion for the Black Bears.
Now, that is Yarwood behind the net. Just got handed a piece of paper with Tyler Jurich's name on it. As Taylor Joseph has also lost his stick right now. Martia will throw it, and a blocker save with no stick for Taylor Joseph. Look what he can do. Yarwood tries to get the stick back up to where his goaltender can reach it. He now has it. 30 seconds left to go. Most have stayed for the conclusion to welcome the Black Bears back to home ice. It'll end a 4-game winless streak at home. And the Black Bears looking to add on one more. Oliveri now coming in. A shot and a save made by Rodrigue with 15 seconds left to go. 48 shots now on the night for the Black Bears. 28 for Elmira.
And just an excellent job, as we've said all night, an excellent job with these offensive opportunities. It's going to be interesting to see going forward how does Coach Sherwood stack these lines with George coming back in the lineup. Possibly some other familiar faces rejoining us here in Binghamton. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens.
Puck still in play. Schultz throws one final time to the target. And that'll be the final horn. Black Bears 4, Elmira 1. It ends a home winless streak. Binghamton picks up 3 points. They sweep Elmira and will go for the weekend sweep against the Wolves tomorrow night. Tomorrow afternoon, rather, at 2 p.m.
And it's going to be odd, Brooks, seeing, we stand up here in the booth, we can see out all the corners. Daylight peeking in while watching hockey is always an odd experience. But remember, those tickets for that December 23rd game that was canceled because of inclement weather are still good for tomorrow's game, 2 p.m. Just bring those in. Those will still work completely.
We're going to take a timeout, come back with the La Quinta Inn and Suites post-game show. Don't go anywhere, folks. More to come after these messages on Fox Sports 1430.